Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, Metatrader for Indicators. So today I am going to talk about the one of the most powerful chart patterns and the indicator that you can use to help you identify it. Okay, so we're going to talk about the head and shoulders indicator and the head and shoulder chart patterns and how to identify them. Now, this video is going to be really quick because we're going to first go through the indicator. Then I'll share with you a few of these slides of this playbook slash flashcards that you can use and have on hand as a reminder of the best patterns. Because let me just jump over to our chart real quick, and I'll tell you why. All right, so the indicator we're going to use is this one. Oh, it's already added. Hold on, guys. Right here. PZSHS pattern. This is specifically for the head and shoulders, okay? So it also gives you breakouts, right? It gives you the breakout alert when that happens, and it can reprint. So this is what I mean by when I put the flashcards together, it was to identify like the best patterns, because it is going to reprint in a fashion where sometimes it's going to give you a false signal. So you just need to be aware of where you are in the trend, right? How many days away you are from, the reversal, and you'll be all right. I'm going to show you. All right, so always make sure you have the DLL imports and checked off. You can have, now because I'm presenting just, I have two examples I'm going to show you, but in this example I took off the bullish pattern color just so that you can see, we're focused on the bearish one, but definitely you want to make sure that's ticked on with whatever color that you want. And of course you can tell it yes or no if you do want the alert for the breakout, and then you can even name it, whatever it is that you want. I haven't gone that far. And obviously, like all of these indicators, you can have it show on specific time frames. Now, these are like my favorite time frames, right? For higher time frames, even M30. M30 and M15, they're more, you could just use them as entries, just like M5. But sometimes I like the pattern on M30, so I'll check that box. And of course, for me, H4 is where I gather my entire bias from. All right. So as you can see here, guys, this thing just automatically drew this for me. Oh, another thing I wanted to add, if that is too much, like the thickness of it is too much, you can come here and you can change it. Because right now it's at 6. So if we go halfway to 3 for the width, then just a tad bit cleaner on the chart there, and you can still see price, because you still want to see price action and what's happening with price action to make sure that you are confirmed, right, in the trend that you're going into. So this is why I like this indicator. It's very useful. So I do highly recommend it, and it is available for you all. If you look in the comments of this video, you're going to be able to download this thing here and start using it. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me check. I think I'm lying to you. This particular indicator is a part of it's a part of our trading journal, guys. Let me bring that up real quick. If I can, I'm gonna see if I can bring up the trading journal. Okay. 1 second. I believe this one is a part of that series. I'm going to get you right to it so you can see. Yeah, so the link to the journal also is in the comment section, right? This is the MW Forex Trading Planner journal, and you're going to be able to have the indicators that I'm going to go through over in this video that a little bit, help you with the peak and the days from the peak, because I think that's very, 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 very important. Okay, so you have all this extra stuff when you get the journal. All right, so let's get back to the chart. All right, here we go. So This peak indicator up here, you see that is red also. I like this. It's actually like a tomato color. I really like it. So that's all my colors here that kind of go with it when we're talking about a peak formation high. And then the yellow is the trend shift. So you can often see the trend shift and the peak together, and then sometimes you can see them separate. Okay, and it's still a valid one. If it's separate, it's still valid. Like right here, you see how it's just the trend one. That's still a valid shift in the market, in the trend. Okay, and you can see here another indication of the actual pattern that we're looking for the head and shoulders. A very powerful pattern, guys. And it's basically like three M patterns together, right? We have the M and W, and you'll see that they're just put together, and it makes it super strong and reliable. Okay, so what have I done here, guys? If we look on H4, okay, we look on H4 here, you can also see my favorite Temple of Doom pattern here, right? We have this, let me get my pen. Give me just a second, guys, because I think this is important for you all to see this on all these different things that are coming together that are going to give you that confluence that you are doing the right thing. So we call this the Temple of Doom. Why do I call it the Temple of Doom? It's because it looks like a temple. You're at the top, right? And what's happening is it's trapping all the long holders, right? So once you see this peak indicator starting to pop up, it means that it's starting to get to the extreme high, right? So you want to be careful, right? You don't want to be putting in, any more long, orders, because you could get trapped. And if it's starting to build this pattern right here in front of your eyes, then you definitely know that you need to get out of that bullish order and start looking and waiting for it to confirm, then to go short. So in this pattern here, this also the head and shoulder pattern is also hidden in here. You can see the shoulder here, of course the head, which is the temple part, and then here's the other shoulder, right? So seeing this on H4, guys, is beautiful. It's like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my gosh, this is it right here. So that's another piece of confluence, right, that you could be using to confirm on top of the peak. So we're going to head down to H1, and from here you're going to be able to see clearly the head and shoulders pattern along with the indicator. So this is like ultra confirmation. I think it's a great indicator to use, so I definitely encourage you guys to get it. All right, so now let's look at it with the inverted, right? We have the inverted head and shoulder pattern, which is going to indicate now that we're in a bullish market. So same thing here, guys. This one right here, it's a little different, right? We have the trend shift here that's indicating that the market is now shifting, right? So that's a confirmation. On top of that, the order block has already printed itself here, okay? And I use this, the dashboard, right? That's why you see the one peak formation, or this is actually 1 day away from the low. So this is another thing here, and it's a retest to this low right there, okay? So when you see that, guys, when I see price coming back down here, of course, to retest the previous, we're just gonna call this the new peak, because it essentially is, right? When you see price coming down here to do a retest, then this is also a very powerful move up. And in this retest, guys, you can see clearly we have that W pattern in there that we're looking for, so that we can make our entry. Okay, so and you can also use market structure. I get a lot of questions about entries in the market. So the best thing to do is look left. Just look left. Okay, you got your head and shoulders pattern. It's already confirmed. It's printed. Look left to see where you can go ahead and draw your order block. Okay, just for an extra, guide for yourself, right? You can do it here. This is an early, and because this is like a retest, right? I think you should just go ahead and do it right here, right? You don't really need to wait for this one up here to break, right, before you go in. But if you want to, you can use this as where you're going to add to the order, right? You can definitely add up here, and then guess where you're going to take profits at, right? Right up here where you have equal highs, Okay, that's where you're going to take profits, and you're going to be done with that for the day, because technically, if we counting from the peak, this was day one, as I've noted here, and this is day two. Okay, so day two, typically prices are going to be going all the way to the high, and that's where you just need to stop. Okay, because I'm a day trader, I don't really hold these things at all. I don't like to. Sometimes I do hold them from one session to the next if it's during the week and whatnot, but not anything more than like 2 sessions, something like that. But at the second day of a peak formation low, guys, you're looking to just get out at the high, and then you'll have your guide right here. Okay. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope you got some value here, guys. And feel free to drop any questions. Oh, I was going to show you guys. Let me do one more thing before I let y'all go. I'm going to go back to the presentation. Okay. And I wanted you guys to see some of the patterns that I identified, right? And I even noted on here what you're looking for. So if you get confused and if you're getting out of trades early, because I've gone through that. I mean, if you're a trader, I mean, you've gone through the holding bad trades and getting out of good trades too soon, right? Just not really trusting yourself. It's like trading is like super easy, right? It's what gets in the way is our own mental psyche. Like, we psych ourselves out all the time, right? And we'll be right, and we'll psych ourselves out and get out of the trade. So I always like to have these flashcards available in front of me so that I can have confirmation that, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. So I always do that. I mean, I think it's it's a very good thing on top of marking your charts. Like, okay, I am a big chart marker upper, if that makes any sense. So I hope you guys are doing the same thing. So with that, guys, I hope you got some value here, and we are going to see you in the next video. Okay. All right. Cheers for now.